Welcome to the Nina Show. Today's guest is Demetrius McLaurin, also known as True Addict Scoupe. He is a film producer, an author, and he is a motivational speaker that invests his resources into saving lives through his work. In 2003, he created the True Addict brand, which focuses on helping people in the Black community to find solutions for a better life. Let's welcome our guest today, Demetrius McLaurin. So it's great to have you here. I'm just
Thank you.
I feel
I'm glad
blessed.
to be here. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. It's just a great opportunity to have you here and just for you to make time out of your busy schedule to just be a blessing.
Definitely.
Thank you so
Anytime.
much.
It's all about, getting the message out and trying to help the Black youth and even grown people. We around the clock trying to help everybody and have everybody succeed.
Wow. So give me a little bit of history on the True Addict brand. How did you get started? How did this come about?
True Addict brand started back in 2002, 2003, when I was leaving the game, leaving the streets.
Okay.
And I felt like I wanted to do more. I wanted to give back. It's like I caused devastation in my Black community. So I said, you know what? I need to do something for the community. I need not just leave the game, but I need to return to the place where I actually operated at and try to help the people in my community. So I figured that, okay, well, what I do is I go back and try to help some people that are there get clean, get off of drugs, get them to rehabs. And then as I was doing that, I said, you know what would really be good so I can reach other people? I can document this.
Wow.
And then maybe people can see what I'm doing and maybe they can duplicate this in other communities. And that started the True Addict brand. With the first documentary was called Blood on My Hands. Because I felt like I caused so much devastation that it was blood on my hands and I wanted to get my hands clean. So, so that's what the first documentary. And then the second documentary came out, which was True Addict 1. And then I went from there. I just started putting more emphasis and more time and effort until I actually helping the whole community. Not only just taking people to rehab, but making sure people had the resources they need to get jobs and stuff, and when they would get out. So it was quite a bit of work, and I didn't have a really big staff at that time. I maybe had like 1 or 2 people helping me. Shout out to my man Tank in DC right now. He was one of the guys that really rode with me through that whole thing, trying to put that together, and basically that built the foundation for True Addict.
Okay.
Up until now, with the books and me doing motivational speaking and stuff like that. But it started with me going in the hood, back in the hood, taking addicts to rehab. Like, it was that simple. Like, I'm going to do something to better my community. And it's going to be a one-on-one thing. And I ain't asking for no handouts.
Wow.
And I'm going to go get it done, with no back and no nothing. I spent my own money. I took them where they had to go to, and I fed them, and I done everything I had to do. So that started the True Addict brand.
Wow. So what was life like growing up for you? Like, did it contribute to how you...
I'm going to be honest with you. Like when I was young, just like, any other Black kid in the poor Black community, I looked out the door, and I didn't realize that we was really poor or struggling until I went to school. Once you get to school and you start seeing kids with new shoes on and new clothes and stuff, and they able to buy a snack at lunch, you're like, hold on, something ain't right. But you kind of knew it. But it was so normal in my community. Like, everybody in my community was pretty much the same. Everybody was scrambling. Everybody was wearing hand-me-downs and stuff like that. A family might not even have a car. You might be taking public transportation if it was that back then. But you only knew when you went to school.
Yes.
And after realizing that we was poor and that we didn't have much, then seeing people in the community that were called hustlers, people that was making money, whether they were selling crack, whether they were selling weed. I came up in the crack era. I came up in the crack era just like, that they publicized so much with, the rich porters and all this and that. I came up in that era. So I seen my cousin, her older brother, he was really big in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd pull up driving the BMWs and new clothes. And he was one of those guys, like, he was a really flashy guy. Like, he would go to New York, come back with gold teeth and all sorts of stuff. So I'm looking at this from afar, but I'm young. I'm like 13. I'm looking like, man, what is he doing to get this? And then, before you know it, me hanging with my other cousin, which was older than me.
I was gonna ask you that. I was like, how did you
Well,
learn?
he turned me on. I remember one day we was at his house and he was like, man, he was like, man, I got some dope. We called it dope back then, but it was crack. And I had it in the medicine bottle. And he showed me these little chopped up pieces and stuff like that. And he was like, man, yeah, we can make some money with this. So he gave me half. And I had, but even though I was with him, I didn't know anything really about it.
Exactly.
But I was with him, and he was trying to just learn something, but he wanted to learn it at the same time. Wanted to show me. He was older than me, and that's how I started. Started selling, started making a little money, and he was moving too slow for me. And I said, man, you moving too slow for me, And then before you know it, I done connected with one of the bigger guys.
How old were you again?
Community. I was 13 at that time. So I'm 13, and my cousin, he had introduced me to it, but he was moving kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dang, man, I need to do something bigger. So then I finally connected with this one guy that was in the community, like he was selling the wheat.
Oh, wow.
And once I connected with him, it was sky's the limit from there. So like I said, it was only about maybe 4 or 5 guys in our community that was really getting money, and I was one of them. So now I'm competing with these guys, like we competing, we making money, this and that, people talking about your name, and that's how I usually start. People start talking, and then it gets back to you like, yeah, man, they say you get money.
Dang.
And it got me robbed at 16 years old.
You got robbed at
16?
16
years old, coming home on the school bus, going down to the spot where we used to hang at, and this older guy set me up. Somebody that was older, like, man, this nigga getting money. They took me, hit me upside the head with a 357, put me in a car. I remember what kind of car it was. It was a Impala.
Did you think you was going to make it out of this, or did you see a life flash ahead of you?
I'm going to be real with you. I wasn't scared. I ain't never been a scared dude. So I wasn't scared. All I was thinking about, like, I ain't giving them all my shit.
Oh, wow.
So all I was thinking about, I'm not giving them all my dope. So they took me to my spot. And they say, yo, go in and get us the stuff, or we gonna shoot up the house. So I went in and got.
Who was in the house?
Oh, it was my grandmother's house.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, so I took them back half of it, and they was pleased with that, and that was it. But see, the only thing that done for me is make me want to strive for more. You get what I'm saying? I was like, okay, so this is what you're doing, because I knew these guys.
How
you
well?
Get what I'm saying? Well, I knew them because I got an older brother. These guys came up with my older brother. So I'm a little nigga, you get what I'm saying? But I'm getting money. So all that does is just drives you to do more. So I'm like, okay, so this is what y'all doing. So next year, I'm coming through in a $40,000 car. That's me because since I'm being mentioned, since I'm striving to do more and being more, you want to keep that momentum up, and people talking about you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the game is all about. Who coming through summertime? You know what I'm saying? Who driving the whips? Who this is? That's what it's all about. So that's what got me to that point. And as time went on, it was more like, okay, I can see things that I didn't like in the game, but the money drives you. That's where the addiction comes in. Now you're addicted to this game. You're addicted to these streets. You're addicted to getting this money. You're addicted
to the lifestyle.
These cars. You're addicted. That's the true addict brand. Like, you addicted regardless whether you're using it or whether you're selling it. Because you or the addict can't get out of the streets. You
Dang,
get what I'm saying?
that's deep.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So basically that traveled on, and pretty much, my childhood, it was the same as any young black man in a poor community.
How many siblings do you have?
Got an older brother and a younger sister.
Okay.
And so my childhood, I'm not gonna say my childhood was horrible, because like I said, you don't even know you poor until you get to school.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? But the rest of my teenage years, you gotta understand, 16 years old, getting robbed, this is your life being threatened. It built me up. It didn't tear me down. It made me like tougher. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Okay, this was going on. So that's how my childhood was. And then later on in life, I got robbed again.
Again?
I got robbed again.
How old were you this time?
The second time I got robbed, I was probably about maybe 20.
Oh.
Maybe 20.
Still young.
Yeah, still young. And then the dudes tried to kidnap me when I was about maybe 27.
Did you know them as well? Okay, neither the next two times. Okay.
This was on some next level shit. I'm living in a condo out Greenbrier. This Spanish girl set me up.
I was going to ask you who set you up. Oh my God.
Yeah,
so it was a Spanish girl.
Yeah, Spanish girl I was dealing with set me up, and dudes came hard. You know, they couldn't catch me slipping because, I mean, it's in the book. They came to my house one night, knocked on the door. Right? So I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like 11:30.
Did you answer?
It was Jason. I'm like, yo, it's 11:30. Where I lived at, number of white people, retired people, nice condo, big houses, like it's nice around there. Like, what, Jason? You don't come to nobody's house without them knowing you coming at 11:30 at night. So I grab my gun. I go outside. I got my boxes and everything. I'm walking these dudes down. I was like 4, 5 dudes. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? And I told them, I said, man, yo, what's up? You know, like you don't be coming to nobody's house this time of night. Had my lady friend upstairs or whatever. So I'm like, you know. And they like, yo, what's up? What's up? I got my gun in my hand, but they ain't do nothing. You know, they like, damn, this nigga got a gun. He got his boxes. He ain't playing. So they took off. So now in their mentality, they be like, we got to catch this nigga slipping.
Yeah, because they got to come up with a different approach because you on your points. Like,
So they got me. You know, maybe 2 months later, 5 o'clock, broad daylight. On Tuesday. They got me. They caught me slipping because it's broad daylight.
And you weren't expecting nothing.
Yeah, and then I was, kicking it with this girl I was talking to. Whatever, we went out to lunch. I came back, whatever, and I came back home. Dude pulled up on me with a 40 Glock, put it on my side, said, "Open the door, I'm gonna kill you." So at that point, I ain't never been no scared dude. So I'm like, you know what? You gonna have to shoot me out here. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking in my head, because if I get in the house and you shoot me, I'm gonna die. If you shoot me out here, I might stand a chance. Somebody might hear it, call the rescue squad, this and that. So I started fighting with the dude. We tussling with the gun. And I turned the gun around on him, put it to his chest, pull the trigger. It ain't go off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
so
crazy.
He had it on safety?
I don't know. Was it jam or was on safety? But while me and this dude tussling, whatever, I see legs come out of nowhere. It was 2 other dudes in the car. They come out, start kicking me, beating me, this and that. So I let the gun go. I was like, all right, you got me. Let the gun go, hit the side of the head. Boom, boom. Start bleeding from the head or whatever. Then, for some reason, one of my white neighbors came out. Hey, what's going on? And they gave me a split second to get up and take off. Because guess what? I'm going to tell you what's real. These niggas didn't even run. Them niggas picked up my bags, my keys and everything, and just got in their car and drove off just like this is a sport for them.
What was in your bag?
Oh, I had like car titles and stuff like that because I was in the car business too. Like,
okay.
This is the time that I'm getting out of the game.
Oh, you're transitioning out, but now all the way out.
Yeah, because I'm still got connects. I'm still connecting people with people, whatever. But the girl set me up because she see 2, 3 Beamers, Acras and stuff. She like, the nigga hustling.
Yeah.
The nigga hustling. You know what I'm saying? So it's fair game at that point because these niggas like, he live in this nice neighborhood. Because that's what we do. Mm-hmm. When we start getting real money, we move out of the hood into these nice neighborhoods. You stand a better chance being in the hood because you can see what's going on around.
Yeah.
When you stand in these outside neighborhoods, you can't really see it. So that was a time, and that was a real time because these guys didn't have no mask or nothing. So if they would have got me in the house, they probably would have killed me because I had about maybe 2 or 3 people that I socialized with that were dead. Like been kidnapped and killed and stuff like that. Yeah.
So they ain't make it out of the same situation that you just went through twice.
I made out, and every day I think about it, it's just like, God.
3 times because it happened when you.
Yeah, I got robbed 3 times, but this time was something different.
Wow.
This was like, it was.
Was it life changing? Did it make you want to just stop the game altogether?
Yeah. It was life changing. That was it, because then I sat back and said, you know what? It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
I was like, it ain't worth it. Not only that, I stopped going to the club. I stopped hanging out. Because, we was still going to the club, VIP. All my friends own clubs. Mm-hmm. So I'm there. It's VIP. It's all the time because they own clubs. So at first I thought it was that. But then when I seen the girl come through my neighborhood one day with a nigga in the car, I kind of put it together. I was like, yeah.
She the one.
Before it happened, I was like, yeah, she set me up. But so it kind of changed my life. So all those trials and tribulations, they change your life. And like I said, what got me so hard into helping other black people in the community and helping young boys and helping anybody that's faced with these trials and tribulations and drugs and stuff like that, it's because some of them don't make it out. And if I can just save one person, you know what I'm saying, from meeting that fate, then it's worth it to me, And I just want people to understand, man, like what y'all see on the outside ain't always what's going on really mentally on the inside. These kids are going through, they trying to be a part of something that they don't even really know what it is.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
It's just familiar.
Because that's what I done as a kid. I wanted to be, I seen them getting money and hustling and driving these big cars and stuff. And I wanted to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And that's the kids going through the same thing. Even though it might not be drugs and stuff, because the kids are different now. But it's other things that they're going through today. Because they shooting each other for nothing.
Yes.
No money. Like I was getting robbed because they thought I had 10 bricks. These kids shoot people now. I don't even know. Like they shooting each other for nothing these days. You know what I mean? So that's why, I be trying to, like, at this point, it's really, really, really more urgent to save the kids now than even back in my days. Yeah. Because it was about money then. Now these kids are just killing each other for no reason. Dying for no reason.
Yeah.
So
what keeps you inspired to helping others? Where is the motivation coming from?
It comes from knowing that basically, man, that if I don't do what God put me here to do, mm-hmm. like if I don't let out what He's built in me, then I'm not fulfilling what needs to be fulfilled.
Your true calling. Yeah.
Because one thing about it is, like tomorrow ain't promised. It's all about what we do today. And I stay inspired because every time I reach out to help somebody or give somebody some inspiration, whether I'm talking to them, whether I'm helping them start a business, whether I'm mentoring them, whether I'm doing a seminar or whatever, it's work because I feel like I'm letting God out of me.
Exactly.
To be able to inspire them to do more because it passes on. And every time somebody comes back to me and say, you know what, my son has really took another direction, or I'm really working on better in my life. That's all I need. It ain't got to be money. It ain't got to be them giving me a gift. It's just letting them know that they heard me and that it affected them in a way to make them want to do better for their life. So that's what inspires the True Addict brand. That's what keep the True Addict brand going. And people, they call me sometimes and tell me, they that through my seminars and stuff like that, especially dealing with the kids remember me. And the reason why they remember me is because I look like them. Yeah. Like I'm not no guy in there. I don't in a suit song. Like I look like the same guy that's going on the TV rapping and stuff. I look so they can relate because this is the type of stuff that draw the kids towards.
Yeah, it's kind of like God allowed you to go through those things so that you could be relatable. Because it made me
this person. Because this is me. I don't wear jewelry and wear hip hop clothes because I want to present myself a certain type of way. This is how I've always been.
Yes.
This is what I built. So I always give people me. Regardless, I can have an intelligent conversation with a millionaire. I got millionaire friends, and help them in some situations of making some decisions and stuff like that, even though I'm not a millionaire.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because you always could relate a situation that you've been through to help somebody else in another situation, and the situation might be totally different because it's about finding the answer for the process. Finding the answer for the process. What's the process of your thought pattern, and what's the answer to it? And it can help people. So this is what I tell people. I be like, well, it's always a solution. But the process is what you have to handle to get to the solution. A lot of people are not willing to go through the process.
At all.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they want the results without the work.
Exactly. Yeah. They don't want to go through the process. But you got to love the process because it's going to get you there. Because, like I said, being inspired by others that have less, that's where the real inspiration comes from. Like, he ain't got nothing, but he willing to change.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He don't have nothing. He don't have nothing to look forward to tomorrow. And ain't shit gonna happen in the next week or the next 3 months. But he's in love with the process of knowing that he's gonna be better.
That's amazing.
He's in love with the process, knowing that he's going to be better.
That's the first step.
And that inspires me to keep going. It won't let me stop. Even times where I tried to, because like even with me, I'm in a good position where I can go and do anything I want to do in my life. But this brand right here and what I'm doing for people, it keeps me here. It keeps me thriving. Exactly. So that's what people inspire me. I'm inspired by the people, like I said, that basically don't have nothing to lose. I'm inspired by them just to know that they're willing to change.
So you helping them is also helping you, is what it sounds like.
It helps me just to know that they are in a position where they could just stay just like they are. You get what I'm saying? But they muster the will to live another day.
And you are that mustard seed that has been implanted in them just to give them a little bit of hope.
And the seed is from God, you know.
Yes.
It's bigger than us, you know. So the inspiration comes from there, and it bleeds out, and it comes back.
You're a true testimony,
just
man.
like karma, you know what I'm saying? It just circles. It's energy.
Yes.
It's all energy, and it just comes back around.
So, how are you gonna keep the legacy, you know, and continue that through the next generation? Because we got some crazy stuff going on these days.
Well, so that's when we get into like my film company, Third Power Films, and stuff like that, and music and stuff like that. So I'm really trying to build a lot of programs for the kids, you know, through music, through film, through arts and stuff like that, because that's how these youth. That's how they see things now. They see it all in color.
Yeah, visual.
Yeah, they're very visual in color. So I'm building a couple of programs to be able to outlive me, if I can say that. So with my film company, Third Power Films, we're producing a lot of films that's going to be based on this experience to help these young boys and just give them an opportunity, you know, to be part of this on their terms. You know, because, you know, some people that mentor kids and stuff, they always try to push the kids to be on their terms. But sometimes you got to let the kid be on their own terms.
Exactly.
Where they want to go within the atmosphere of what you're doing. You know, so through art is how we reach them. Some want to sing, some want to rap, some want to be film producers, some want to be actors, some love cars. You know, I'm an advocate car guy. You know, I love cars. I have a lot of cars. You know, I am a car guy. I am a real car enthusiast. So I reach kids through that. Like I got a couple of car shows that are coming out. I go to car shows, but I got a couple of car TV shows that's coming out. So I got a lot. It's all through art. It's how I reach them, which is going to continue the legacy because it's all on their terms of this. So it's basically like having a platform with smaller platforms within the big one.
Exactly.
And they get to be able to connect with me through all these platforms. Whether it's acting, I'm an actor, I'm a film producer, you know, I do music, I'm a car collector, you know, I'm an author. So there's so many ways that we can connect with these young kids. And that, hopefully, with God's will, that'll live through them as we continue. You know, and I got nephews and nieces and stuff too that really look up to me, and hopefully they'll be able to carry that on through the youth too.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Like you just keep coming with nuggets. I can't believe the things that you're able to do and how you're able to get back and inspire, and how you already got a plan to make sure that even once you're gone, your legacy will always remain.
Especially through the arts, and it's always lived through the arts. I mean, just like having a Picasso.
Yes.
This is my Picasso, true addict.
You are a true addict with a true testimony.
Yeah, definitely. So, hopefully, you know, everybody appreciate what I do here with my time on Earth, and hopefully it lives on.
I mean, I don't see how I can't. You're doing everything that God is, you know, has brought you to do. Like you're walking in your truth.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yes. So what's next for you and your brand? Like what's next for that?
So basically right now, you know, what we're doing seminars. We're doing a lot of motivational speaking right now.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to get that to the next level where I need to get it to, doing a lot of seminars. I got another company that I'm starting called Trust Consulting, which is going to handle all of this stuff, the resources with helping people start businesses, finding better jobs, better careers, getting educated, housing. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. Like we're gonna like help people do everything, and it's called Trust Consulting, which is part of is True Addict brand stands for itself, but Trust is a company that we created
Within it.
well because see, Trust is basically for everybody. You know, black, white, Latino, purple, blue, green. You know, so it's basically for that to help anybody that's trying to get to the next level, whether it's a career, job, you're trying to start an arts business, they're trying to start a singer career. We're gonna have the resources within that company to be able to do that. So that's what's going. And True Addict, what True Addict is doing, I'm just ready to get on this really big stage. I'm trying to be the next Tony Robbins. You know,
Oh, wow.
I'm trying. Yeah, so this is where I'm going with True Addict, and that's the next step for it. So I'm doing a lot of motivational speaking, but also I think that by me doing, I'm going to do the next installment of the True Addict documentary, which is going to be a really good documentary. It's going to be based basically on this book, and I'm looking for a screenwriter because we're going to actually do a scripted movie about the book.
Y'all hear that?
It's going to be a scripted movie about the book, and other than that, man, just basically trying to get some other things situated, because what I really want to do is basically teach the kids how to start basically empires like this. Like I look at this as being $100 million empire within the next 10 years or something like that. So I really want to take True Addict to the next level where kids could be able to see that, you know,
they can build their own dream instead of working for someone else's dream.
They own True Addict.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They own dream. And I'm not just talking about, because, you know, we talk about kids in the hood struggling. I'm talking about all kids, because if you fix all kids, if you got opportunity to help all and fix all, it bleeds off to each other.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I want True Addict just to be bigger than the hood, bigger than the poor community. I want to be big enough where that there's no more poor community. It doesn't exist anymore. I want True Addict to try to abolish that. There's no more poor black community. Everybody's doing well. Everybody's healthy. And even with food, you know, I'm a health nut, so I try to take care of myself and, you know, eat healthy, and, you know, and
to what extent, like how healthy are you?
I mean, well, you know, just stop eating certain foods and not eating meat and stuff like that. Like, not to the point where
you don't eat meat.
No, I don't.
Oh, wow.
Meat. So not to the point where I'm trying to like become a health guru.
Mm-hmm.
But
just be disciplined with your diet, with your temple,
and being able to share that and give that information to people that might need it, because a lot of people out here with high blood pressure, diabetes, and stuff that eat this stuff every single day. You know, regardless, you know. So you
just got everything to give back from the arts, from your lifestyle, from your past. Like you're just doing everything.
My whole life is about giving back. I don't know how not to give back. You know, and after seeing some of the things I've seen growing up in the hood, I mean, most people are fold. They just want to get to themselves and do what they do. But with me, I'm just driven.
I'm over here the whole time like, how is this one man able to do so much? But you got the backing of God.
And I'm driven, and I will not give up. I will not fall backwards. I will not be distracted. I will not be put in a position where I can't do this.
How do you recharge yourself? What do you do to even stay grounded, like to have the energy to do all this?
Well, so first of all, it comes with health, mental health.
Okay.
And that's something that we need to work on in the black community, because a lot of people don't get to where they need to be to because of mental health. They got a lot of mental issues. So first of all, I keep my mental health together. Meditate. I get with myself. Some people don't know how to be by themselves. You need to learn how to be by yourself sometimes. Because you are life. You are life. Breathing life. You are life. Not your car, not your house, not your job, not your money. You are life. And I'm going to tell you another reason why I say that. So now, since COVID has came down a little bit, none of the kids want to work. Nobody wants to go to work.
They're spoiled.
You know why they don't want to work? No, they ain't spoiled. They realize they can live without work. They can live without making money. They can live without all these things. They finally realized, like, hold on. Because they couldn't work during COVID.
Yeah.
They lost their jobs. And they be like, oh, it's been a whole year and I'm still alive. Some of the kids realize I'm still alive. I am life.
Yes.
I am. Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing. They should work.
But it also gave them a chance to just think a different way.
It came by default. That they realized, like, wow, it's been a year. I haven't worked. Where before COVID, they'd be like, if they couldn't work,
didn't work a day. Yeah. Their whole lives was like over. It was everything is going to just crumble.
Exactly. And then they couldn't work.
And now they know they can sustain.
And it's hard for them to go back. Yeah. They be like, well, I lived. Because we are life. You breathing, being here, inside your body, you are life. Not anything that you add on to you. Mm. And people are starting to realize that through COVID. And they're starting to treat themselves better.
Yeah.
They started to getting out of these bad situations, bad relationships, bad jobs and stuff like that. They realize I am life. Not the person that I'm with, not the things that I buy, not the job that I have. I am life.
You are so amazing.
Thank you. And that's it. So that's what I'm trying to establish with people. Like, you are life. Take care of yourself. You know, and I lead by example. I take care of myself. I don't eat meat. I go to the gym. I work out. I got a gym in my house. You know, like, I drink plenty of water. I drink plenty of fluids. I don't do any drugs. Never done any drugs. Don't drink any alcohol. None of that stuff, because I am life.
Do you have a core saying, something that you always just lead by, like your thing?
I always lead by, you know, basically when I talk to people, and it's just a core thing that I say, health is wealth. Oh. And I just always kill them with
that. And that could be mental health, physical health,
anything,
emotional health, health as well.
Health is wealth. And
that's good.
That's how I drive on. That's how I move forward.
So I want to thank you, Demetrius, for sharing your story today. You are truly inspirational. Just the work you've done in the community. I know the youth have just benefited from all, like, not even just the youth, everybody, but especially the youth, since you go out and do your speeches and, you know, motivational talks with them and stuff. So, and we just look forward to, you know, your future projects. Like, I'm like, you got me over here. I'm just amazed that one person, I mean, can just be so inspiring and so motivated, even coming from what you've came from, and turning a negative into a positive, and just, you know, you're grounded, you have faith, you just doing everything.
I appreciate it.
So if people want to get in touch with you, to have you come and, you know, speak to their youth, or any kind of like events, how can people reach you?
They can hit me on True Addict Brand, www.trueaddictbrand.com, which is my website. You know, you can go up there and you can fill out the form if they need me to come speak somewhere at a seminar or something like that. They can reach me at True Addict Scoupe on Instagram.
Okay.
They can reach me at Demetrius McLaurin on Facebook, or they can reach me at True Addict on Facebook too. So anyway, but the best way to reach me is the website, trueaddictbrand.com.
And how do people get your book?
Oh, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Yeah, you can get the book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. If you want a signed copy, you can hit me on my Instagram and I'll send a signed copy out.
Okay.
Definitely. You can cash out me and I'll sign it and send it out.
Well, thank you.
I'm connecting with people all the time, you know.
Oh my God. It's a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. That's a wrap. All right.